Oh yeah. And the other one? Okay, and
party last night. It was pretty awesome. We watched the South Park with Richard Dawkins in it. So yeah, that kind of gave us some inspiration.
Yeah, got in the mood.
Yeah. And my name is Taylor, and I'm from DC. But I'm originally from Florida, and that's
Crystal from Florida.
Yeah.
And why are you here today?
To meet other like-minded people. I feel like I can't really tell other people that I'm an atheist. It's,
I kind of feel like in some respects our country's going backwards, so it's good to come here to the Capitol and,
political, maybe everyone can get together, we need a political voice.
Yeah.
Today, we have a special report from one of our newswriters, J.D. Core, who happens to live right next door to Steubenville, Ohio, where a story involving the Freedom from Religion Foundation and the local government is developing.
Thank you, Lisa. In May of this year, the city of Steubenville, Ohio received a complaint from the Freedom of Religion Foundation. The complaint, initiated by a local citizen, alleges a First Amendment Establishment Clause violation because of this part of the logo, which features Christ the King Chapel at the Franciscan University of Steubenville.
So why did the city commission a new logo in the first place?
The logo is an unofficial logo designed to promote tourism. In addition to Christ the King Chapel, the logo also includes the city skyline, the suspension bridge connecting Steubenville to West Virginia, and the historic Fort Steuben, which is a local tourist site.
Has the city actually refused to accept the FFRF's legal point?
Initially, after receiving the complaint in July, the city announced that they would discontinue using the logo. This prompted a lot of backlash from citizens, and petition drives caused the city to reconsider. Several attorneys have offered pro bono support, although the Freedom of Religion Foundation has warned the city that the pro bono support will not include paying legal fees and other associated costs.
Has anyone ever fought and won a legal battle of this type?
There are numerous cases from the past where people have sued over city logos, which included religious iconography. The city of Las Cruces, New Mexico, was sued and won their case because the city, after all, is called Las Cruces, and the crosses in the logo could easily be said to represent the city.
Is there any reason for the city to believe that they can win this particular case?
There are numerous other examples of cities that have lost their claims, but several of the lawyers offering pro bono help have suggested that this would be an excellent test case.
Thank you, David. I understand you've filed a report with more information. Let's take a look at it.
Steubenville, Ohio is a community hit hard by the loss of the steel industry and is both injured by and hopeful about the local energy economy shifting emphasis from coal to gas. In an effort to attract new life to the city, several tourism and other promotional projects have been tried over the years. A historic fort was rebuilt. A suspension bridge built in cooperation with the neighboring state of West Virginia was promoted, and several other ideas have been tried as well. Meanwhile, the local Catholic Academy, Franciscan University of Steubenville, has also begun using a new logo based on their own Christ the King Chapel's unique architectural design. In December of last year, a city councilman announced that a new tourism logo had been designed by a local artist and Franciscan alum named Mark Nelson, and that the city would begin using the logo immediately in all of its promotional letters and on a few signs around town. The logo featured graphic representations that mirrored other promotional logos familiar to many residents, such as the fort, the bridge, and the university. Then in May, the city received notice from the Freedom from Religion Foundation that a local resident had contacted them with concerns over the appearance of a cross in the logo. In July, City Law Director Gary Rapella announced that the city would be asking the artist for a redesign of the logo, and that's when the controversy began. Letters to the editor began flooding into the local paper. A website to save the logo was established. A City Appreciation Week was planned in which merchandise featuring the logo would be available for purchase. Lots of merchandise featuring the logo. Bill Donahue and the Catholic League became involved and launched a letter-writing campaign. The FFRF retaliated by asking members to comment on news stories about the situation. Then in July, the university issued a statement reading in part, "The city initially included our chapel because it represents Franciscan University, a world-renowned center of higher learning and one of the largest employers in the region. We find it particularly troubling that an out-of-town and out-of-touch group targeted the university for removal from the logo solely because of our religious identity." Then, after stating that they had decided not to be included in any redesigns, the university's statement continued to declare, "As used in the city logo, the chapel image is not an endorsement of any one religion or religion at all." This, however, conflicts with a statement the university issued in January, which noted that the chapel was selected specifically because it represents faith and education. But just how recognizable is the chapel? I decided to find out by quizzing Steubenville residents.
You're from Steubenville?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you a picture, and I'm going to ask you if you can tell me which of these chapels is in Steubenville.
I'd have to say that one.
You guys are from Steubenville, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to show you a picture.
Born and raised.
Born and raised. I'm going to show you a picture, and I'm going to ask you if you can identify which of these chapels is in Steubenville. One of them is in Steubenville, the others are not. Okay.
Don't be speaking.
It's definitely that one right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one's on.
That's a Franciscan.
That one's on.
How long have you lived in Steubenville?
4 years.
Okay. This one of the chapels in this picture is in the city of Steubenville.
Okay.
Can you tell me which one?
The first one.
In this picture, there are 5 chapels. One of them is in Steubenville. The other 5 are not. Do you know which of the 5 is in Steubenville?
No.
This one?
That one.
This one on the corner?
That's not in Steubenville. Do you know which one's in Steubenville?
I don't see any.
No. Okay. You said you're from Steubenville, right? Yeah. In this picture, there are 5 chapels. One of them is located in Steubenville. Do you know which one?
Yeah.
Which one? Great. You're from Steubenville, right?
Right.
Okay. Which of these chapels is in Steubenville? The rest are not. One of them is.
Oh, this is terrible.
That's correct. You're from Steubenville, right?
Yes, I'm from Steubenville.
Which of these chapels is in Steubenville?
The second picture on the right hand.
I also asked several people who wouldn't be filmed. The results all day were that only half recognized the chapel. I then left the city and went to nearby Pennsylvania to ask the logo's target audience if they'd find any religious icons offensive in the city logo.
This is the city of Steubenville's new logo. It incorporates the fort, which is Fort Steuben, the suspension bridge that connects West Virginia and Ohio, the city skyline, and a community center. The logo at the bottom says "Where you always have a home." Now, if you were to see this logo, would this be something that you would feel comfortable about?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let me just point out to you one thing. I lied about one thing. This is not a community center. If I was to tell you that it's a mosque and the logo also includes a crescent and star, would you still feel comfortable about it?
Yes.
You would? Okay. If I was to tell you that it was a synagogue and it was a Star of David, would you still feel comfortable about it?
Yes.
If I was to tell you that it's actually a satanic church with a pentagram, no, you would not feel comfortable with that. And if I was to tell you that it was actually a Hindu church, and that the swastika is actually a symbol of Hinduism, and it contained a swastika, would you feel comfortable with that?
No.
Okay. In reality, it's a Christian chapel. It's a Franciscan University's Christian chapel, and there's a cross in the logo. Are you comfortable with that?
Yes.
Yes, you are. Okay. But you were also comfortable with there being no cross in the logo.
Well, only because you had told me that it was. What did you tell me?
I thought it was a community center. Yeah.
That would be a reason.
For weeks now, the city has been in contact with law firms offering to take on the case of defending the logo free of charge. But the FFRF warns that this won't include paying court fees or paying the foundation's fees should the city lose. Council has been considering the idea of a legal defense fund for several weeks, but keeps stalling on a final decision. Eventually, time will run out and the FFRF will file a lawsuit. How that will play out, we'll have to wait to learn. Reporting for Atheism TV, I'm J. David Core.
Atheist Roundtable, a gathering place for rational people.
Funny pictures and videos.
Profound atheist quotes.
The religious going crazy.
The latest news. World domination!
Casual discussions.
Baby eating.
The ultimate forum for a lively dialogue. Come join the fun at atheistroundtable.com.